let's like you just said, let's talk about the Warriors a little bit. You just mentioned them. How do you feel about the Warriors? I think I don't see how this team is winning anything, to be honest. I think it's a pretty much like, even if at their best, what is this team? An 8 seed?
I'm gonna tell you what the Warriors are. I'm gonna tell you exactly what the Warriors are. The Warriors, they're the old soldier, the old warrior, who's seen 40 million, who's seen 100 battles.
Mm-hmm.
He's got all the scars and everything. He's got the nasty, the like cool anime scar on his face. You heard that's the legendary da 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 da.
Right,
But
that's the
he
legendary
doesn't
Golden
fight anybody.
State
He's a
Warriors.
drunk or something.
Yeah.
That's the guy. So you laugh at him, but at the same time, that motherfucker pick up the sword. Like, do you really want to fight him if he pick up the sword?
Because everybody know, like, in his day,
At his day, that was a
he
bad
was
motherfucker.
he was a bad motherfucker, and you don't want to mess with him.
But
But he has fallen on hard times, and he's not as sharp as he used to be.
But see,
you might be able to get him.
And that's what I was, before we moved on, this is what I was going to connect the Spurs to, right? The Rockets last year.
Yeah.
Remember the Rockets played them at 2-7. Great Was that last year or the year before?
It might have been.
No, it was last year.
The
Rockets were the 2 seed.
It was last year. Because
That's
year before they played the Kings.
That's kind of another situation. I'm pretty sure the year they were the 3. It was 3 versus 6.
Yep.
Both them years they were the lower seed. You were kind of like, all right, these guys are kind of washed, but they still have the greatest shooter of all time.
Yep.
Who's probably the number 2 point guard of all time on their team.
Mm-hmm.
That guy, as much as I hate that motherfucker, I respect that motherfucker.
Yeah.
He is not someone I would want to play in the playoffs with no pressure.
Not at all.
Think about it. They have no pressure to win. Last year against the Rockets, it was just an older team. Same thing against the Kings, the older guys. They're not I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, Warriors are going to the finals. No. But in the same breath, I would, if I could avoid them.
If I would avoid them in the first round.
Huh?
First round, you always want to avoid them.
And that's why I say they're dark, because all you need in the playoffs. Draymond knows what he's doing, even if he's kicking nuts or whatever. Steph know what he's doing in there. When you get I forget the center's name, the post dude, right? You get a Paditsky, or I'm sorry if I butchered your name.
Whatever.
Moses Moody, Kuminga. You get them a series where they kind of cook up and they feeling good about themselves and that confidence, and they can activate that latent strength and numbers thing going on that Steph can beat off of. I get scared as I go further against Steph.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
You get some confidence in that first round. Again, damn. Second round, now that's either y'all or the Nuggets playing them. And it's like,
I think
you can beat them, but do you want to risk the potential of playing those guys who are playing with house money and aren't supposed to be there?
You have to have an overwhelming amount of talent to beat them. That's what it is. But I just feel like they're definitely scary. They always gonna be scary. But this is also one of those situations where they've been holding on to this core for so long.
Oh my God, way too long. Way too long.
But so, like we was talking about, back to our analogy with the old, drunken master. It's like, eventually, a young pup shows up who's like, nah, I could take this nigga. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna put this old nigga down. Like, I know how y'all feel, and we respect what you've done, but this is not that. It's a new time. And I think if they was to face the Spurs, that would probably be one of those moments. That would be our moment to make that statement. Like, hey, it's a new sheriff in town. Like, it's been a new sheriff in town for a while now, but they still hanging around. It's like that old sheriff he still come around, and he still got some input into what things happening. And it's like, eventually, sir, we're gonna need you to step away.
So we're gonna need you to hand your badge in, sir.
I think Draymond's contract is up after this year. He's not getting another contract.
I agree. I just think that they're not a team. I'm not gonna call the Warriors a contender. They're in that weird space. Like, yo, can I avoid them? Like, I'd rather not play them. And I think if you two were to match up in the playoffs, it would be, basketball tells us to be bad for the Warriors. They have no matchup for Wemby in the slightest.
Yeah.
They have no matchup for him. And again, you have a million guards you could run at Steph.
Yeah.
But just like the Rockets last year, y'all are inexperienced. Like, if y'all go to the playoffs, that's why, like, just to quickly touch back on the Spurs OKC thing about the contender, I'm not going to know if y'all are a contender until that first round of playoffs. I need to see how y'all come out. Because your guys haven't been there in the regular season, and playoffs are two different animals. I need to see what y'all look like in that in that situation, in that setting. If y'all look like the same dudes that would just smack OKC, now we talking. Now y'all contenders. So, but I think y'all would put them y'all would put the old man out of their misery. But there's somebody I wouldn't want to play. Steph is still playing at a high level. It's just, I hate to say it, but it's like, it's the curse of success. You guys held on to Draymond. He probably should have been gone before. He probably should have been gone with Clay. Not probably. He should have been gone with Clay.
Should have been. He should have been gone before Clay, if we're being honest.
I mean,
he should have been.
He should have been gone before Clay. The only reason you got rid of Clay because the injuries just took away his shooting, unfortunately.
I think that Steve Kerr just lost faith in him.
Because
if Steve Kerr still believed in him, he would still be there. Steve Kerr decided to put Brandon Podziemski ahead of him, and I think he just lost confidence in Clay. And I think that's what really killed his, because Clay still, I mean, he ain't what he was, but he's still Klay Thompson, and he still should be in a Golden State jersey. Like, you know what I'm saying? He should have been in, because he didn't do nothing wrong. That's why I think Clay got the he got the short end of the stick on this, because it's like he didn't do nothing wrong. All he did was
well loved. I don't know.
All he did was play his heart out and get hurt. Draymond is the nigga who punched the up and coming young guard who was supposed to take over for Steph. So right now, Steph would be having a much easier time. And then maybe you could bring Clay off the bench, but he would at least be okay with coming off the bench against a guard who's actually good, not Brandon Podziemski. You know what I'm saying? Klay Thompson should never, ever come off the bench behind Brandon Podziemski. I don't give a fuck what year we in. Period. You know what I'm saying? He's not that good. And he didn't add nothing to their offense. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they put him in there, and it's not like they got a boost. Their offense has been getting worse and worse and worse. So they tried to blame Clay. They thought it was Clay, the fact that Clay's shooting dropped. But I think it's just Steve Kerr. I think it's just I just think he hasn't grown as a coach.
I think
he hasn't had to.
He can't develop talent. I mean, let's call it. We
talked about that.
He cannot. He's not a developer of talent, and
they another team who should have traded Kuminga a long time ago.
I don't like how they held on to him, man.
I don't even know what the point of that was.
I don't like that they held on to him. They should have let him go. That made no sense to me. Let him go if you're not going to utilize the kid.
Because now he's sitting in games, he getting DMPs, again. Like, what is the point of having him if you're not actually going to use him? I just think because what is it? Why are they so adamant on keeping him when it's clear they don't want to use him?
I think in their minds, they're like, it's complete speculation. I have no facts backing this. But the only logic that I can draw is like, okay, this is like the one gem I have that will be post Steph. I got to hold on to it because I can't find anything. I don't know if I'll get anything else.
Steph not leaving for another 3 at least. So you're not about to hold him for that long. Like, he's not that.
That's the only thing I can think of.
Even if they was letting him play, he's still not that. He's not what they think he is. He might be athletic and he has games where but he's inconsistent.
Yeah.
That's why Steve Kerr ended up taking him out the lineup, because you can't depend on him. He give you 26 and then he give you 12. His scoring is a lot like Karis LeVert.
Oh my God! Don't even get me started.
I'm just saying that's how Karis LeVert was. He'll come out here, have a big game. Everybody like, oh yeah, Karis LeVert, he could be a starter in this league. And then the next 6 games, he ain't get a 20. It's the same kind of score. So I just feel like for them to hold on to him, I also think holding on to these players is stopping them from growth. Like you could have think about.
Don't look. We gonna talk about that in the
Because think
next
about how
segment.
many
But
other players
yeah,
you
we
could
gonna
have.
talk about that in the
Think
segment.
about who you could have come across by now. Because they just brought Jimmy in to do what Kuminga's supposed to be doing.
Which, when they did that, I was like,
the fuck is the
so
point
y'all
of
gonna
that?
get rid of Kuminga because
No,
you
and then they
brought the
resigned
same
him.
two in. You brought the same. You have two copies of the same thing.
What's the
But
point?
I don't understand the Kuminga hold on. And again, that's why the Warriors are in the situation they're in now. They have it's almost like when you play 2K My Player and you play so long into My Player or My Career, and then it just starts giving you generic like players they make up.
Right.
You start playing with
You
those,
don't
and
even
it
know
keeps
who
like
picking up.
one guy from the original 2K game, and that's Draymond they kept.
Right.
The rest are a bunch of generics around them.
Yeah.
That's
literally.
really what it is.
Literally.
So
And he's washed. Can we say it? Like I know we can, but I'm just saying, like he's still moving around, acting like he's this guy. Like he's washed. Like Draymond is not good anymore. Like and the fact that they are anchoring their defense on him is why their defense looks so bad. That's why Scotty Barnes had 23 points, 25 boards, and 10 assists.
Shout
they
out
scored
Scotty.
141 on him.
He killed that game.
Draymond can't do nothing with Scotty Barnes.
He didn't do anything with Julius last year in the playoffs.
He's done. So I think the sooner they can just accept it. See, because what the problem is now you fucking up Steph's final years. I understand.
Steph said it the other day too. He said it the other day too about like I don't want to be like Kobe where I'm just going out there and scoring. I'm like, yeah, they're wasting you.
And that's what it is right now.
They're wasting you.
He had 39. They lost to the Raptors by 16
in OT. I think right. It went to OT.
Come on, bruh. Draymond had 21, but like that, his 21 is the most inconsequential 21
quietest
ever.
21 you will hear.
And Jimmy only had 19.
Side note: what's up with my thing with Jimmy is shout out to Jimmy when he was he had some great playoff runs with them. That 23 run to the finals, like, hey, you got to clap it up for that run. That playoff Jimmy run was great.
Yeah.
It's like he went to the Warriors and like I don't know if he's like disappeared because it was kind of supposed to be like, okay, we know Jimmy's a great 2 option. Like he can be his skill set is perfect for your number 2 option, right?
Yeah.
The Army knife in the sense of like a very similar to like kind of like what a JW is with OKC, right? Your Army knife, your Swiss Army knife that can do everything. And he kind of did that for a little bit last year, but it's like when Steph went out in the playoffs, he just. Like I don't know if the age is hitting him, but he fell off the cliff. So it's really Steph there by himself, and they're not. Yeah, like I said, you just want to avoid.
They don't got no talent, bro.
But the Mavs
have talent, but they're not using it properly. Like, and they could have had different talent if they got rid of these guys when they were supposed to, because now all the value's gone. Nobody wants Kuminga. I mean, I'm sure teams still want Kuminga, but like they're not about to give you what they would have gave you.
They might give you the house. They're not giving you the house anymore.
But if 2 years ago you would have been like, "Hey, Kuminga's up for trade," they would have gave you something. Yeah. Even picks. This is the last 4 years. They should have been gathering picks. You should be finding the next guys. If it's not Kuminga and Moody, like. I mean, they've been drafting guys, but these aren't guys who. I mean, the problem is to get those guys, you have to be really bad, and
it's not even that, bro.
But you can't be really bad when you have Steph.
So and they didn't develop those guys. Like Kuminga could have been much better than he is now,
for sure.
I bet like Moses Moody could have been better than what he is now.
Wiseman,
you had Jordan Poole, who was the heir to the Splash Bros.
Yeah,
and even though the Wiseman thing didn't work out. You might have been able to shake something from that.
Yeah.
But no, they've had high picks. They just have whiffed. And they had a future. Draymond punched the future.
Yep.
So, as you said, they're in the situation where they are because it's what it kind of reminds me of? It's like when you're messing with a crazy chick and like, you got to break up with her. Like in your mind, and you just like, damn, if I break up with this bitch, she gonna break my car, she gonna smash windows,
I gotta be ready.
She might come to my job. She might come to my job and wild out. So you like, all right.
I may have to stay with her for a little bit, just so
like
I
a little bit,
or like
let me just do some shit where she just leave on her own. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's what they they be acting like
I'm gonna let her break up with me. Yeah, I'm gonna let her break up with me.
They be acting like they scared of him.
Yeah.
They be acting like they scared of him, bro. Like is Draymond gonna come in there and just start swinging on niggas? Like,
no, hey.
I mean, well, shit, he might.
He
No,
might,
he
but
actually might. He
hey,
actually
I
might.
think
He
this
actually might.
year, I think this needs to be the last season with Draymond Green on the roster. If you want to preserve,
You know it won't. You know it's
listen,
nice thought though. Nice thought.
listen, how much years he got left on his contract? Can't have that much.
Who cares? He's sunsetting with them, my nigga.
No,
He is. He
no,
is.
I don't
You
think
know
so.
he is. You in your heart, you know Draymond's going to sunset with the Warriors.
Mm-mm.
And you know why he will? You know why he will? Because Steph ain't say not to.
I think
That's
gonna be like,
if Steph, the only way Draymond is gonna get sunset is if Steph telling him you got to get the fuck. And as long as Steph is neutral, listen. As long as Steph is neutral in that aspect, or he does, or he confirms it and says keep him, he's good.
See,
If Steph not
thing.
complaining, bro, then everybody's
This
riding
the
shit.
thing,
You
bro.
gotta ride
This
it
the
out.
thing, bro. I think Steph being neutral is what gets Draymond gone, because that's what got Clay gone.
Okay, fair enough.
Clay
was more of a money thing, though. Clay wanted the money.
Fuck that.
Clay wanted the money. There wasn't the reason Clay left is because the number wasn't what Clay wanted.
Because y'all gave Draymond
they were offered it. He was offered bread to stay, but it wasn't the number he wanted.
Y'all owe me more.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
Y'all owe me more. I know what he's saying. I know what they saying. But y'all know y'all owe me more than that. Y'all owe me what I'm asking. At least one last time, y'all owe me what I'm asking.
Word up.
I've given y'all 4 championships. I tore my Achilles for y'all. I tore my ACL for y'all. Y'all owe me. And the fact that they got rid of him like that, it's just ever since Bob Myers has left, they have made decisions.
He said he left because he didn't want to get rid of them.
He didn't want to have to do this. But
yeah, he said that. He said that.
He was the only one that could do it properly, because he was the only one that could do it, get in the room with them and be like, hey, you know I love you,
but you got to get the fuck out of here.
He was the only one that could get rid of Draymond, and he knew he didn't want to do it. He didn't want to have to do it.
So you're telling me the rest of these motherfuckers in the organization just running and walking around scared of Draymond?
I think
Draymond just bullying niggas?
I think more so they just don't want to upset Steph. I think everybody walking around on eggshells because they don't want to.
Steph's attack dog.
Because you don't want to upset Steph to the point where he wants to go.
Yeah,
I don't think that would. I don't know if that would ever happen. But at the same time, how long does Steph stay in this position? Steph still got good years.
You know what? What's funny? Steph, even though Giannis is younger, Steph and Giannis are low key in the same position. It's like
perfect together.
You're still in your prime, more so Giannis than Steph, but Steph is still in that All NBA range.
Yeah.
You're in your prime right now. You're in your championship window. That's how I'm gonna phrase it. You're in your championship window, and are you going to stay in the shit show of an org that you went and won with them, or are you gonna go look for a situation to win again? I think Giannis, because Giannis is younger and won less, it's more acceptable for him to go. I feel like Steph is basically a step away from that Dirk, Kobe,
for sure.
Michael,
for sure. He can't
status of being an all-time warrior. Michael left. Nobody count the fucking war.
I'm just saying though. Michael.
Nobody, and this comes from a nigga that lived in the DMV. No one count them.
But he did leave, and he did go play 2 years somewhere else. Now it might have been in the twilight, but it could happen to Steph, because if they let's put it in the world. This is the scenario. They finish this year 8 seed. They don't get past the first round. They end up coming up against OKC, or they come up against the Spurs or something.
That'll do it.
Now, they come into the offseason and they bring Draymond back. They don't add talent. What do you do if you're Steph Curry? Do you stick around with this team? I just think it depends on how much you want to win.
Yeah, it all depends on Steph.
If he values his legacy and his name with Golden State, then you stay and you just fade out. But if he said it the other night, he ain't trying to just come out here and score.
He said he's not trying to be Kobe in the last season.
That's a telltale sign that, hey, And Steph is in a moment of flux. He's off
What's
of
this?
Under Armour. He's off of Under Armour. Things are changing. I wouldn't be shocked if a divorce happened because you know what I'm saying. It just seemed like a lot of things changing for him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like I could see those type of situations start to happen where it's like it's a lot of new beginnings, new changes. So who's to say he might not? I mean, because I don't see him wanting to stick around in this situation in the 8 seed. Because if you're an 8 seed this year, they've been a play-in team for the past 4 seasons.
6th seed 2 years ago, 7th last year. Shit, they about to be 8. It's only going down, my nigga.
There was a 9 1 year. Like, come on. Like, at some point, I want to go in. Because he's still got years. He's a shooter.
Oh, yeah.
He's still got at least 5.
Stop. You know what my greatest fear is of this season? If Giannis somehow made his way to Golden State, I would be.
I don't think he can leave.
But for even last year, I was talking about with my friends, like, if Giannis somehow found himself in a Golden State Warriors jersey,
yeah,
holy shit, that would be scary.
Yeah,
and that's scary because again, Steph is still Steph.
That's what's got to happen though. It's got to be
he's
something
still
like
Steph.
That. It's got to be something like that. That's the only thing that's gonna make him stay.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I just don't see him wanting to play the last 5 years of his career as a loser.
Not like this. Not like this. Not like this.
He still got in. He can still catch Jordan.
Yeah.
He can still catch Kobe. He can still catch those guys. He still can get to
pass LeBron.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think I think now. Do you think they would ever play together? That's too. We're gonna talk about.
No, they better fucking not.
Yeah,
Listen, I get it. I get it.
Let's move on.
Player move. If that ever happened, I will stop watching.
Let's move on.